Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I thought I'll do a slightly different sort of vlog for this one. Everyone's doing their old sort of daily Christmas vlogs. I can't remember what the people call them, sort of on there. I haven't really got too much time to do that because I'm quite busy sort of around there, but I might do it next year. Just depends sort of on here itself. So I thought I'll do a different sort of video. Requested from Sean Langley, I think I'll get you right now, I can't remember the last name, sorry. Sean on his S&M show earlier on the week, when am I doing my next green screen sort of video. So I thought, well, I've got one in the plan, in the pipeline, which is coming out for the special. It's going to be a Boxing Day, a Christmas Eve sort of video sort of going up, something fun and that sort of stuff. A lot of computer work involved. It's been taking me nearly 2-3 months to do this so far. So it's probably going to be like nearly 4 or 5 months worth of work, going to be in about 2-3 minutes. So that's that. So I thought I'd do a bit of a green screen sort of inside here, and I'm going to do the 12 months to Christmas. So not the 12 days, I'm going to do the 12 months to Christmas. I'm going to give you a roundup of my life, of what's been going on in the last 12 months. Just a snippet sort of on there. So let's crack on. Okay, so January, as we just see on here, January's a bit of a cold one, sort of on there itself. I was still a part-time reseller at this stage. I didn't really have any other second job, but I was doing other little handy sort of stuff on there at the same time, and I was looking about getting into it sort of on there itself. So I picked up, I wanted to look at computer games and that sort of stuff, so I picked up one of my epic Wii console games for 24 consoles for a couple of £100 sort of on here. You'll see a video of that sort of stuff just up here with some little footage and that sort of coming over. So that was January. Not really too much happened in January. It's nice and cold and that sort of stuff over there. So there's January. Okay, so February. So what happened in February? A few things happened. Wasn't too much sort of sorry, I've got a bit of croaky throat. Wasn't too much inside sort of my daily life. The main thing was I actually declared to the HMRC that I am a full-time reseller. So February is when I decided to actually do this full-time. I did it for a few months part-time to see if I wanted to do it at all. But February is when I actually declared, so the 1st of Feb, so all my accounts and that start from that sort of date, sort of on here. So that's when things started looking really good for me, and I then decided I'm going to be working at home, sort of on here. And since being working at home, I've been with the armed forces for years, sort of travelling around, that sort of stuff. I've never really been at home for any long period of time, and it's changed my life around. I've spent far more time with the kids, far more time with my wife, relationships grown dramatically sort of on here. So it was for me. Before that, I was working as an assessor for I'm not going to say the company on air, but I was driving around all of Norfolk and I was teaching people customer service skills, MBQs level 1, 2 and 3, business admin level 2 and 3, manager level 3, team leaders level 2, teaching maths, English and ICT as well for key skills or functional skills. I'm getting around the wrong way. Sort of on there. Putting miles and miles onto my car, sort of miles and sort of on there, and I was getting really fed up with students not doing their work. With the armed forces, if you tell someone to do it, they go and do it. With the civvies, I found out if you tell them to do it, they hardly ever did it anyway, and so I ended up doing a lot of work myself. So I decided to stop that and declare full-time reseller. So that was February. So let's have a look at the next month. Okay, so March. So March was my first month. Hang on, forgot something. Here we go. Yeah, so March. March was a basic normal month. It was the first month as a full-time reseller. I was sorting out all those Wii's and things like that. Main things over there was testing them, fixing them, cleaning them all up, and selling them off. I was making very, very good profits for selling those off. I had 20 black Wii's listed as single consoles. So I was selling them for £18, £19 individually. So now the price has dropped dramatically, sort of on those sort of things. But around about the time of year, I was selling 2-3 a day, and I just kept them coming and coming, and that sort of kept me going for that sort of time. So other than that, March, the family life we just tipped over. The kids were at school. So Rebecca and Jacob both from full-time mainstream schools, year 1 in reception. No, not reception. reception at that stage. Sort of on there, so that was quite easy, sort of a whole day without having to go to 2 school runs, because before that sort of thing I was doing 2 school runs and it's quite hard work. So that is March, so let's move on to the next month. Okay, so April. What did we do in April? Yes, that's it, what I did in April. I closed down my FBA shop. I was paying £30 a month for the subscription sort of on here, and I was getting charged extortionate amount of storage fees, because basically what I did, I sent up lots and lots of stuff which wasn't selling basically. I set up loads of board games, all cheap sort of things like Trivial Pursuits, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and things like that, the cheaper sort of trivia games, lots and lots of things like that, because I found them really cheap with car boot sales and I was new, I was naive, so I didn't really understand how it all worked. So the stuff I was selling up there wasn't selling, and when it was selling it was hardly anything at all. I was getting charged lots of fees on top of it, and then and some months I was actually losing, after all sales and all fees, I was like, I had to pay Amazon £1 or £2. I thought, well, I'm not doing this. So I decided to close it down and recall everything back to me. And when I looked at it all, I saw what I had. I just job locked it off from Gumtree and sold it for 30-40 quid, sort of on there. The guy picked it up saying it was all for his family, and then for the last few months I've been watching him inside car boot sales selling that stuff as a reseller, sort of on there. So and it's his problem now. So that was that, and also that month as well, I also found my Epic board game sort of lot as well. So at the very start of the month, I found the board game wholesaler where I was buying 200 board games. You can't really see me, there you go. Yeah, 200 board games for £25. I was selling those up, and as the day with the problems, I was just selling so much rubbish up, sort of on there. But I've made mega amount of money on eBay selling these board games off, and I've got a load. I've still got about 40-50 board games left inside the stores. I bought 3 lots of these, so 600 board games sort of on there. So that was April. So let's move on to the next month. Okay then, so every time I start this I get this little cough. Right, so May. So what happened in May? May again was quite a sort of peaceful sort of month for reselling. Things were ticking over. I was growing the business slowly. I think I got to like 300 listings, and just kept going and going, and sort of. But then since 300, I've sort of stayed at 300 for the rest of the year. I don't really know why. I struggled to try to get over 300. It's probably just not knuckling down and doing the work and actually getting around there. So next year my New Year resolution is to hit 500-600 listings on eBay and make sure I maintain that, just to try and get the sales sort of going over. Yes, I've ticked over this month, but only just scraped by, sort of on there itself. So other things what happened that year is Samuel, my newest child, was 1 year old, so which is remarkable sort of on here, because he's had such an up and down sort of journey for his life. Born very premature, spent the first few months inside paediatrics wards, NICU, that's the word I'm after, and then 10 days after coming home, I had to perform CPR on him. I was doing some late night work and sort of reading, and then he started coughing and convulsing sort of next to me. Then he coughed and drowned on his own on his own vomit, because he had lots of chronic reflux. So therefore I then had to suction him. I had to do CPR, call the ambulance sort of down. On the way to hospital, he had a heart attack in the ambulance, and then another one inside that hospital. He then went to life support for quite a few days sort of on here. So all well and good now. He's fighting, he's kicking. He had an operation to put a tube into his stomach, so we fed him through tubes, sort of on there to stop anything from actually coming out of his mouth, because it went directly and slowly drip fed for over 20 hours. A milk bottle for over like that many times. It just kept him going, and he's fine now. He's lovely. You'll see a video, so you see some bit coming on very shortly. So that was that. So we're going to move on to our next one now. Okay, so June. So June was quite a busy month sort of for me. I decided to rejoin the armed forces and reserves again. I was in there for a while due to come out for injuries and things like that, medical reasons. So I don't go into all those sort of things, but I found out I could still, I'm eligible to go back into the forces again. So I re-enlisted and rejoined, and now I sort of work there on a sort of part-time basis. I do a Tuesday, all day Tuesday and half a day on a Wednesday. There's two reasons for this. I missed it and I wanted to go back in, and also the money wasn't where we wanted to be at this time for reselling. A bit like to hear, you've gone off and got another little job sort of on there. So I've done that just to help backfill the sort of thing and bring me forward a little bit more. Also, I missed it anyway. I wanted to do it. So rejoined back in, and now I'm sort of reserving again. But I thought I'd talk about these because I'm going to get asked questions on what medals I've got anyway. So I'm going to come forwards now and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the medals and where I was and that sort of stuff sort of on here. Ouch. Okay, so I'm going to stand up like this. Yeah, so wait for it to just focus. So the first one here, this is an Iraq medal when I was in Iraq in 2005 with PWRR, Prince William Royal Regiment. Prince Wales, not William, Prince Wales Royal Regiment, Prince of Wales Royal Regiment. I always get it wrong, I keep trying to say PWRR, where I used to be based. Yeah, so that is that one there. Now I'll try and get a bit closer. There we go. So that's that one there. The next one is Afghanistan in 2007. This here is the bar to say I was actually in conflict, in a conflict zone sort of on there itself. Both of these were in conflict areas as infantry and fighting forces. This one here is a UN medal, NATO, when I was helping serve to the buffer zone in Cyprus, stopping the northern Turks, or the northern Cyprus with the Turks, engaging in warfare with the southern Cypriots, which are the Greeks, sort of on here. This is the Diamond Jubilee, so every soldier who was serving for more than 5 years or more, and the civilians and that sort of stuff who around when the Queen hit a Diamond Jubilee, got the Jubilee medal. And this one here is my long service medal, the VRSM, Reserve Forces long service medal. This is say I've done 10 years or more with the armed forces. Yeah, so that's those ones. I'll sit back down again now. Other things I've got, so I've got my rank of corporal, and I'm a weapon specialist, sort of on here, with the Royal Anglia Regiment. So as you can see, I've sort of attire. So that was that. So let's move on to see what else happened in June. Okay, so the start of June, I was joining the armed forces, and then in the end of June, I redonned a new uniform as well. I've rejoined the Scout movement again. I used to be part of the Scout movement many years ago. I started in 1994 as an assistant beaver leader for DOV Bronze, and I went all the way through it. And so I left for a period of time due to join the army and driving around. One of my wife's sort of friends was in the Navy, and he asked, can I look after the Scout group for him, just around the corner from my house. So I agreed, and then so at the end of the month I then went over and signed my oath of allegiance and that back into the Scout movement. So the 16th Norwich Scout group, so you can see there below the scarf is the 16th Norwich colours. Like with all things with Scouts, we all get badges. The kids work for the badges and that sort of stuff, so I've got a few on me as well. So I've got the first aider and my gold red reward. I've also got my other shirt, it's got archery instructor sort of on it, as on there, and then the faith sort of one, taking part of Remembrance Sundays and St George's Day and those sort of things. So that was that, and then suddenly as I was doing the Scout sort of thing, this happened. Okay, so last part of June, I was doing my Scout movement, rejoining back into them again, as you just saw just a second ago, and then suddenly this happened. It started raining really, really hard, and my house started to get flooded. So I had to go back and sort things out. It's not very nice, but I'm getting soaked now, and that's why I used to live inside. Oh, but it's the wrong, what's it called? I'm getting faster! Oh dear, oh my god, Can you turn it off? Oh no! Yeah, so
it's true, it did get flooded. So
we're hid inside the house and got all sorted and that sort of on there. And now everywhere is soaked beside there as well. But hey, that's what happens. So let's see what happened in July. You turn the camera off. Okay, so July. July, we were still living inside the hotel. We were there for a couple of months, sort of on there from the flood, sort of on here. Oh, this is what my daughter made as well. You can see that's quite nice. That's why I'll put this one on. So all of us were inside one room. So there were 6 of us. So me and my wife. So me and my wife and my 4 kids. The hotel managers gave us 2 rooms. The insurance company paid us for 2 rooms. But they weren't joining rooms, so one room at one end of the corridor and one room at the other end of the corridor. And it doesn't really work too well when you've got a problem with one kid and you need both parents. You've got to get the other 2 kids, come over and meet them inside there, 2, 3 in the morning. What a silly idea that was. So I spoke to the manager, and one of the rooms was actually quite big, and we moved some beds from one room to the other room, sort of in there. But the insurance company still paid for 2 rooms because we had to, as anyway, we get breakfast. So I had a full English every single morning for 2 months, and I put some serious amount of weight on, I'll tell you that. But I also did some fitness sort of stuff at the same time. Other than that, the business took a really big hit over this month as well, for the next couple of months, due to I couldn't source everything because the house was such a bad state, it's all destroyed and everything like that. So we went over. I didn't have too much money at this stage because all my money, my savings were paying from living inside a hotel and fuel and that sort of stuff. I had to drive the kids to and from school now instead of walking. So that was really, really straining on the family, and really, really tested actually relationships for everything over there. But on a plus note, I had a lot of my stock destroyed, and this is a really good little thing when it did happen to me, that the insurance company paid up what the new value was. So I had 3 Nintendo Wii's destroyed in this flood, and so they paid me what the going rate for a brand new Nintendo Wii was. I was going to sell them for £30 sort of box, and I got £180 per each Wii. So that was a good little bonus sort of on here. Yes, I am insured, business insurance, before anyone actually does say anything. My insurance does know I run my shop out of my own house, and therefore I was covered under business insurance for the business side of it, the stock, and normal contents insurance for my stuff as well. Since that, we have had a complete whole new downstairs, new carpets, complete new furniture, and we got the stuff we wanted, but we couldn't afford it for a while. But now we actually got it all now, and it was really good. So that was what happened in July. So let's go see what happened in August. Okay, so August. I say August, we were still inside of the hotel, but things we really needed to do something down there, so we decided to go on a summer holiday. No, not that place. No, not there either. No, maybe here. Yes, we went over to Kent. We just drove down to Kent. We joined a caravan park, or caravan club a while ago. We went down, and then we had a ball of a time. We went down all different things. Went to zoos, to the castle, Dover Castle, where I actually found a picture of myself. You probably see just here. When I was in Iraq. Yes, remember when I was PWR inside, they had a museum down there, and I actually found a picture of me in Iraq at the same time, so that was really, really good. Other things happened inside August. I picked up, we went down to Cambridge with my wife's brother, got married. He got married to his wife Logan, so congratulations to Ben and Logan. If you were married in August, it was a lovely warm day, sort of nice sunny outside, really good thing. We've put a few pictures up behind me, of the day. And at the same time, during the break, you know, they always have an interlude between the wedding breakfast and that sort of stuff. I drove around about 20 miles, probably less than that really, and done a pickup. I'd done a really, really good pickup of action figures, on here. Paid hardly anything for them and made a fortune for them, on there. So good little hauls. There's a video. All these things I'm talking about, I'll put links of all the videos down below, and with the month next to it. So if you want to see what I'm talking about that month, I'll put the link and I'll put the month on here. So that was that one. So that is it for August. So we'll now move on. There's only a few more months left, so bear with me on here. So let's see what's next. Hey, look at this one. Yeah, so September. So there's a few things happened in September. I managed to hit 500 subscribers, so thank you very much for everyone who's watching this. You made my channel grow dramatically from when I first started. You'll find out later on when I first started. To then I hit 500 subscribers under a year, so very, very happy with that. And now I've nearly got, do you know what, I should have really looked at the start of this video. It'll be big up there how many subscribers I've got from the day looking at, but it's 684 I think. Now I'm something on there, so I've nearly got 700, so really, really very appreciated. I really, really like doing these videos and it's really good fun. So that was a big thing from my channel for September. We also moved back into the house and that sort of stuff just before school started in late August, sort of on here. I forgot to mention that last month. A few other things what happened. Oliver, he started nursery for the first time, so he's 3 years old, so now started nursery, so he now goes in the mornings. So each morning I've only got one child to worry about at home, which is nice and easy. Sort of on here, and he picks back up at lunchtime. Works out quite well because I do my Hermes drop off, and then I pick him up on the way back, or I pick him up and go to Hermes drop off. I keep going like this with my hands, but my hands are really low down from the camera, sort of on here. So, so that was that. Also, Jake and Rebecca moved up. Rebecca moved up to mainstream school from reception to year 1 and over there. Anything else happened in September? Oh yeah, 19th of September was my wife's birthday as well, so happy birthday to Rhoda. Better not forget that because she'll crucify me for not mentioning anything like that. So I'm not going to say her age because you know what women are like, they hate people knowing their age for some reason. Sort of on there, but she's younger than me. Sort of on there. Right, so let's move on to the next month. Okay, so October. So the month of celebrations. There wasn't just one birthday. There was 2 birthdays. So I had my birthday on the start of the month, and so happy birthday to me. But also my channel, which I didn't do the video for because I actually forgot all about this. I was more thinking about a year into full-time reselling, but when I looked into doing this video, my channel had its first birthday on the 27th of October, so that was the very first reselling related video I released on my channel. Before that I had a few Lego sort of things and Minecraft videos, but on the 27th of October was my very first step into the reselling world, so happy birthday to me again. So, dropped some pop wax. So that was that. So anything else happened in October? Yeah, there was a couple of things. In my reselling world, I decided to reopen FBA. So I wanted to try to get some of this Christmas sales and see what actually happened for Christmas. I reopened FBA. I sent over 150 items, and to date I've also sent another shipment of another 70 things out. I've got another box ready to go up in the next couple of days of 30 things. I've had 50 things another day. So my FBA sales are going quite well, but I also had 2 major dramas sort of on that. You probably saw some videos I posted about hundreds of thousands of euros sold in Germany. That was because of one silly mistake. I clicked on a link by mistake inside my channel. I got to say, it said I had a question from one of my things from Germany. I click on this link here to answer the question. Then logged me into the system. I then logged into the system, and then within a couple of days later, I then started making hundreds of thousands of pounds worth, 100,000 euros of sales, pounds of sales. I didn't tweet why I did that. The same thing happened again a week later, and lo and well, it happened to me again. So I now know that. I've done a video. I've also done some Facebook sort of stuff on there warning people about these things, and since then I've never had a problem since. So that was my FBA sort of problem, and also the third thing that happened is in October, Jacob managed to break his arm at school. So he broke it on 2 places on the wrist. When I picked it up, it looked like I dislocated it, but slung it, took it to A&E. He had an operation, stayed in overnight, he had a pin put in it, plaster cast point 1, orange. You've probably seen a video of that, walk around. I'll put links down below for that one as well. So that sort of really happened in October. My Christmas sales started growing quite. By the end of the month, I realised that I needed some extra money. Sort of on that, and I managed to pick £400 off them for 24 hours. So that was really helpful at the end of the month, start of November. So let's move on to the last couple of months now. Okay, so last couple of months, so bear with me. November. This is my son's Paw Patrol hat here. Here we go. So a couple of things happened. Sales started to increase dramatically for November. They did slow down for Black Friday though. Due to I think people buying things online, I didn't really have things I needed. Plus I didn't have the inventory I really should have had. I only had 300 and get things again. I wanted 500 by the time this month, this part came on, but no, I've just been so busy looking after kids and doing that sort of stuff, I really haven't put too much effort into the business. So next year, New Year's resolution is really hit this business hard. I scraped by this year, hit my target, sort of what I wanted. I've now raised that by a level of doubling my turnover. Sort of on here, but that's enough of that. So things what happened inside November for my normal life. Rebecca, she's been struggling reading for a while. We know she can read and seeing things, so we thought we'd get her eyes tested and so she's now wearing glasses. But she is over the moon. She loves her glasses, she wanted the glasses, loves the eye tests and that sort of stuff. So she's now really happy with that. And also Jake and Rebecca both lost their first tooth, and now Jake's lost 3 and Rebecca's lost 1 tooth. So the tooth fairy's been around and gave us a little bit of money as well. So that is all hunky dory. So now let's go on to the last month. Okay, so December. So this is where we are now. So what's happened in December? Rhoda has now started work for a school. During last year, sort of since she trained as a teacher assistant sort of qualification due to Norwich City College, and she's now been asked to start working at Jake and Rebecca's local school. So she now works for there. She works part-time in the afternoons and does reading and that sort of teacher assistancy sort of stuff. So that's the first time she's been out properly work for 6 years. Since I've been out in the army, I've been working and actually going away, so now the roles are reversed. I'm working from home, so therefore I can look after the kids at home. Allows her to go out and actually start working at the same time now. Cuts down on let's say child labour, that's wrong. Childcare, that's what the word I'm after. So that's that. Also, yeah, another big thing that happened in the thing, Samuel has learned how to stand on his own, and we've just got him a walker down from the loft, and he's actually now walking across the room with a walker. So little video, probably about here, you can see him standing up, and that's him standing, that's probably him falling now. And now let's have a look at him walking. Yeah. So well done, Samuel. So first down in December. I said my New Year's resolution is to increase my sales dramatically on eBay. I want to kind of hit 500 to 700 listings thing. We're about to close down my wife shop because my wife she did have a baby shop, so JRS, which started a Kids World, which is Jacob, Rebecca, Oliver, Samuel Kids World. So that was a second channel, second shop. So we're now closing that one down and slowly moving all her stock over from her one over to my one, which is going to increase my sales anyway, increase my listings. I set a new shop category up so I can still keep a track of hers. Sales different to mine, so it makes the accountants a lot easier to sort things out. So that's going to be happening. The thing, making sure the last stages of my tax returns are all getting done. So I've got to the 31st of January to try and get all last year's tax returns sort of stuff done. So increase my sales, tax returns, and then let's just enjoy Christmas. I hope you all had a really good year this year. Glad to see any comments down below how you got on. I'll sort of on here. I get very warm inside. I'm inside with all this big woolly kit on. But it's snowing out. I'm not really inside, really. I'm snowing, ain't I? Yeah, so I'm outside in the freezing cold, really. Sort of on here. So hope your sales go there. Hope Christmas is really well. I do have another sort of nice little video coming out very shortly. Probably, I told you at the very start, Christmas Eve is going to be my next special sort of on there. But thanks again, thanks for all the support for all you've had. Very much appreciated, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.